I'd been talking to myself for 2 minutes. I was talking about how Mario Kart Tour sucks and it's just a bad game, and how I'm playing Mario Kart on my own, even though Mario Kart is like famously a multiplayer game, even though, you know, you can also play it on your own. So I'm going to be playing Mario Kart, the multiplayer game, on my own. Let's go gamer time. So my main is this guy. He's just a silly little wacky little goofball. When I was a kid, I always used to play like Rosalina, and in like other games that don't have this silly little goofy little guy, I'll play like, I don't know, Yoshi. I'm not sure because my birthday is in 2 days, so make sure to wish me happy birthday on my Terraria stream, which is on Thursday. And if you don't do that, I'll stab you. That aside, no wait, that's on Wednesday. I don't know how to do maths. The Terraria stream is after my birthday. Anyway, I like sometimes have played the Animal Crossing characters and played like Yoshi, but I mostly played like I think like Rosalina. I don't know why. I think my mum always played Yoshi. I don't know why. I ended up associating green with her the most because Yoshi is green. She always played like the green characters, and I usually played like the blue characters. Anyway, that aside, it's time to do a gaming, and I do need to actually tab out to my Switch because I've just been playing it in like a little OBS window, which is extremely laggy. But hey, anyway, what is this? Cushion. Okay, bro. I'm just gonna use the basic wheels and the basic everything because, you know, I'm basic. Well, I'm not really. I just can't. What? That's a monstrosity. And I can't be bothered to actually think about what I'm using. So I just use the basic things because they work and they're fine and they're not horribly ugly. What cup do I play? Certainly not one of these DLC ones. I was saying when I was talking to myself for 2 minutes straight how I hate the DLC because it looks so ugly. I mean, saying it looks like a mobile game is a disservice to mobile games because look at Coconut Mall. It looks like a prop for like. Well, what are those? You know the games company called Voodoo, but they're not really games. Well, they are a games company, but they make these awful clickbait things infested with ads and fake players and just really shallow gameplay that appeals to the most possible people possible. The most possible people possible. Yes, grammar. It looks like one of those games, and it's just these really bad IO games. That's not Nintendo. Look at Choco Mountain. I mean, to be fair, it does look kind of tasty, but only because it looks like a cake made out of like Play-Doh. I don't know why I said Play-Doh because you're not supposed to eat that, but Play-Doh does look yummy. So ha 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 ha. You know what? What should I play? What do I play? I'm gonna play this card because I like Mount Mario just for the aesthetic. It looks like ice cream. Okay, snow looks like ice cream. Sunshine Airport is fine. I don't really like the other two, but hey, gotta choose something. I shouldn't stay on this main screen for 5 hours because that's not a very entertaining stream. Although I think some streamers might do that because they're not very good streamers, but hey, the streaming is about entertainment, so you need to entertain your audience by failing at Mario Kart. Why does it put me at the back? This is discrimination. Okay, that's fine. I did get the boost. Usually I don't get the boost. And also I don't use motion controls because I'm bad. I'm not sure if it's as bad as not using motion controls in Splatoon. I mean, it probably is. It's probably like a sin to every single Mario Kart player ever. But I still do it anyway because ha 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 ha. I can't be bothered to put an effort for this video game. Ha ha ha. Well, to be fair, it's a party game, and yeah, but as I said, I'm playing a party game on my own. Speaking of that, though, what if you played like Gartic Phone or something on your own? I don't know. How would that work? Me and a Mega Dragon, you know, the silly little wacky little guy from my other streams. You know him and you love him. He is the bestest gamer. He is the epicest gamer. I'm gonna play Terraria with him. He's gonna carry me. I think the title was gonna be Incompetent Fool Gets Carried by Terraria Pro, Terraria Expert Part 1. I think that was gonna be the title, but I think it's kind of overly verbose, so I think I just changed it to Terraria Thursday. which is definitely not a rip-off of something else. There's definitely no rip-offs there. I don't think anyone knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, what was I gonna say? We were playing a game on Discord. I can't remember what it's called, but you basically had a prompt. Are you joking? You basically had a prompt, and the prompt was a prompt. I know, shocking. And then you had to pick a GIF from like the GIF website to match it. And I just spent the entire thing just looking at random Splatoon GIFs that had no relevancy and just putting them there. It was hilarious. I was ha-ha-ha-ing all the time. It was very comedy. There is Die Waluigi. It was very comedy. That aside, basically, it had a bunch of bots because there were only 2 of us. It's supposed to be a party game. That was awful. It was so bad. The bots had no sense of humour. It probably would have been way funnier if the bots weren't bots, you know, but they were bots. So, oh no. So sad. I'm so sad. So mad. My bot! I'm so sad. So mad. I'm not glad. And that's it. Also, just saying when I shout out loud, it's usually a joke, okay? I'm not seriously that angry about losing a Mario Kart bomb. I don't have that. Come on! Yeah, let's go. Waluigi just got Mario Karted. Let's go, guys. If you think that was an epic Mario Kart moment, make sure to like and subscribe. What do the scores actually mean? Oh! The scores... Okay, I never understood the scores. I've just based it... I just ignore whoever wins like a cup. I just care about winning each individual race. I barely even care about that, to be honest. I'm not much of a Mario Kart savant, because if I was, then I would have been beating Waluigi for that entire game. Also, you know another thought about Waluigi? The final Smash Brothers Ultimate, obviously, final Smash Brothers Ultimate character should have been Waluigi. It would be funny. It would be silly and wacky and goofy, and it's like narrative. It's like foreshadowing, you know, the whole thing about we want Mario and not Mario, no Mario and Smash Brothers. We want Waluigi and Smash Brothers, and they just wouldn't give the fans what they wanted. But then eventually they did give the fans what they wanted, and it would be so epic and gaming. It's just narrative, you know. It's just good narrative. Unfortunately, real life is not like a story, and not everything can have character arcs, unfortunately. Or not good character arcs. Die. Oh, I missed! I can't believe it. I don't get to bully anymore. But I just find it weird that Waluigi was not Waluiging. Hello Mega Dragon, welcome to the chat. I'm not sure if Game for Us here, I don't think they are. What was I gonna say? But why no Waluigi? It would have been so good. It's like setting up that you would never add him and then at the end adding him. Why would you not want to do that? It's like a prime opportunity for like a yeah, let's go moment. And I guess I don't really care about most game series, so I guess it makes sense that I wouldn't really care that I added Sora from weird. I don't know. It's just such a weird premise for a game. What? Okay. I don't understand. I only really care about Nintendo games, and most Nintendo series are represented already. But you know what I would have liked? First of all, they could have made the Inklings customizable. First of all, that would be complicated. I don't really like that they just made basic Inkling. I mean, if/when I get Smash Ultimate, I'll probably care more. I'll at least try them all out. But I wish there was like the actual characters and not just basic player character. It's like how in Animal Crossing they have Isabelle. It's like, imagine if for Animal Crossing they didn't have Isabelle. Isn't like Isabelle, I don't even know if Villager is in it, but what? No! I just got Mario Karted. Look at Iggy, he's doing his yippee 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 dance. He's not even driving. This is a Mario Kart conspiracy theory. Why can the characters drive without touching the wheels? I think this shows to a larger conspiracy in the Mario universe how clearly it's all a video game in the lore, and that's actually canon, and it's actually being supervised by just insert a mildly suspicious character here. It's all being run by insert suspicious Mario character here. They're running the Mario universe, and I know it, and I'm here to prove it with a random theory. I'm the best Mario theory. Also, he's gone mute for a sec. Sorry about that. I just muted because my mother was speaking. I'm banning speaking in the household. No more speaking. I might be streaming. Don't speak ever again. Thank you. Yours truly, me. That is me when I'm streaming. Well, it's not me when I'm streaming, but it should be me when I'm streaming. Let's go. I'm not sure what the benefit to picking one of the branching paths there is. Yeah, Villager is in Smash, according to Mega Dragon, the world's most trustworthy source. So, yeah, like, does anybody main Villager? I don't know, but I definitely know that people like to play Isabelle in Smash, I think. I could be wildly off because I don't have it yet, so I'm just spitballing here. I know this is Mario Kart, but I'm still going to talk about Smash because that's the kind of streams I do. I don't actually talk about the thing I'm doing because it's not really very easy when you're not making that many cognitive decisions, so I'd rather just talk about random thoughts and life things because ha 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 ha. Maybe one day I got to get better at talking about the actual game. Anyway, what was I gonna say? My like younger memories of me playing Smash. Apparently, my dad says when I was younger, and I played Smash with my parents. Also have no siblings. That's extra spice lore. I was playing Smash with my parents because we're sort of a gamer family. Like, for example, probably my favorite video game when I was like 4, for example. I played a lot of Animal Crossing when I was like, I think like maybe 3 to 5, 3 to 4. I'm not really sure, but I'm like basing it around a specific relative because I remember a specific relative gave me the game. Anyway, gave my mum the game actually, and I just kind of butted into it, and I kind of ruined her experience. And we kind of ended up sharing the character, and then I ended up basically becoming the one who played it. Anyway, Smash Brothers. Apparently, I used to like get annoyed because I wasn't good at it, so I don't really have that many strong memories of it because I didn't really like it. I don't know. I was never a very violent child. I'm not saying people who do enjoy it are violent, but yeah, they are. You are a violent individual. I like the games I've gravitated towards are always games that are like colourful, silly, goofy, wacky, like Splatoon. I was arguably in the Splatoon fandom for like a month before I actually even multiple months before I actually played Splatoon, just because I liked the music and I kept listening to the music before I got it. I was like, this is gonna be so good when I get this game, and it was so good when I get this game. Unfortunately, Splatoon 3 was not so good when I get this game, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, it's always been the games with like the worlds that draw me in. So yeah. Oh, Mega Dragon. One of Mega Dragon's mains is Villager. So I'm sorry, Mega Dragon. Does that game also have Isabelle? Was Smash 4 the Wii U one? Cause yeah, Isabelle was around then. So I guess Isabelle could be in Smash. It depends when it was added. Anyway, this is a very good map. That's all I have to say. Again, I'm not really good at commentating on the game. I just kind of play the game and then talk about stuff, which perhaps that's a good trait, perhaps it's not. I'd say it probably is a good trait, but hey, that's just my opinion. But hey, if you can't make streams that you like, then you shouldn't be streaming at all. Ha 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 ha. Bullying. This is a good map because number 1, it look good. Number 2, it quirky because it go round one time. Number 3, it cold, and I like think of cold because it make me think of winter, and winter not summer, and I hate summer. Number 4, I like cold. Number 5, the waterfall is weird, and I like a weird. And I just forgot the launching of Red Shell backwards didn't look onto it. You know, for the longest time, genuine for the This is awful. Genuinely, how did I not get to second? Genuinely, for the longest time, I thought that throwing a red shell backwards would auto lock on. And I still have that in my muscle memory. It's just weird. It's very counterintuitive. It doesn't make my brain go, yes! It makes my brain. It makes my brain go, It makes my brain become a bran flake, as I like to say when I can't think. Although I think some people overuse the word brain, because brain basically contains every single memory and almost entirely the vast majority of the way we perceive things and our personality. So our brain is us. So it's when you fail to think of something, it's not your brain failing to think of something, it's you failing to think of something. That's not an insult. It's just that's just logic. Sorry. So if that's sounding a bit like an insult, it's not supposed to be. I'm just correcting you on grammar. That's not grammar. I don't know what I'm doing. I always forget about the horns. It's kind of funny. It's kind of wacky. And crashing, you still in first. No, it's 150cc. I know it's very weird and goofy. View result. I'm gonna look at view highlight reel because I never do that, but it's very interesting because usually it's usually not very interesting. Unless, I guess, you're playing with, like, 12 friends. Can you even play with 12 friends? I think you can. I'm used to games making you only play with 8 friends. Also, this is only on this map. Why'd it only show up for this map? Anyway. Crunchy Munchy. I know it's a drink, but the point still stands that it's Crunchy Munchy, and that's really what matters. Wow. Silver Star. Wow, Mario Kart. Wow, bananas. Flip. Do a sick flip. Wow, do a driving. Wow, you certainly did a driving. Coin. Wow, coin. First, second, first. If only you got a first on the second track, then you wouldn't be second on the second track. Thank you for playing Mario Kart. Here is a gold trophy. So true. I honestly never understood that the cup was to do with points until now. I thought it was some weird hidden point system. I don't understand why I didn't understand. VC. No, I'm not going to VC with you. The whole point is that I'm playing Mario Kart on my own. That's the whole title. That would be scamming. That would be scammery and bad. What even is custom rules? Wait, what? There's custom rules. No, this is not. No, stop. Don't make me use it just because I unlock it. Go away. Let me use a basic. Let me be basic. Is this seriously it? That's a bit rubbish. I thought it was going to be like, custom rules. If you die, you have to... Your bike changes. Or something like that. You know, how much does it differ with a bike compared to a car? I'm actually going to try that. Hopefully I can feel the difference, because I'm pretty sure I've tested it before and I have felt no difference, but let's see if I can do it now. Standard bike, because again, I am basic. Who are you? I don't know who this person is, but you know, that's just how streams work. There'll sometimes be random people, sometimes questionable people, but you know, that's just how the stream be. Which should I play? I can't do a poll because I have 0 people. Who? Bike differs a lot in this game. Okay. I'm gonna play... Well, that's got Animal Crossing. And it's got Wild Woods, but I do hate Cheeseland, I think. I kind of want to play this because I like Rainbow Road, even though I'm not very good at it. I'm going to play the one with Animal Crossing, because the Animal Crossing one is cool, because again, I care more about aesthetics than anything else. Well, not aesthetics, but like, I don't care. You know, a warm take I have is I don't like realistic looking games unless there's a very good reason. Because, like, I think animation... no, by animation I mean like animation versus live action. I think animation is almost always better than live action. Sorry guys! That's just my opinion. You can't attack me for my opinion, so don't bully, please. Thanks, bro. But another opinion I have, not another opinion, but in video games, I don't understand the appeal of realistic games. And also, even if you're trying to be realistic, part of the weird thing about it is because I'm still in first somehow. Part of the weird thing about that is basically not weird, just a bad thing. Is like the further you get to realism, like if you're trying to be realistic, in the next 10 years, it's probably not going to look realistic. I mean, maybe nowadays it's not, but in the past, we also thought that it would never get outdated, and it did get outdated. So, realistically, if you're trying to be realistic, you'll just keep going on for decades and decades and decades and decades until it's super realistic. But at that point, what's the point? Because if you want to see a rock in real life, you just have to go outside and touch some grass. And I know some people don't like to do that, but I would rather play video games that look abstracted because you can't see them just by going outside. Because, in my opinion, part of the reason why I don't particularly like going outside, okay, is that it doesn't look wacky. Why doesn't it look wacky? Exactly. That's why I prefer not animated. That's why I prefer stylized video games. And now, have you seen? Well, I thought you said red. I have. It looks decent, but like, it would be better if it was cartoony. It would be better if it was cartoony, so ha 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 ha. Get absolutely gigatron. How do you spell that? How do you spell what? 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 How do you spell what? Wrong, you're okay. I exist? What? I don't understand. Also, I'm in the match right now when that popped up, just saying, like, the delay is probably about 15-20 seconds, so yeah. Come on. That was actually purple boost, let's go. Purple boost, let's go. Exactly. I would play against viewers if I thought I would have more viewers, but I'm not sure. It's really inconsistent. That's just how it is if you're a small streamer, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. I got like no viewers on the Roblox one, which I might just partially be like a thumbnail thing. Plus, I've been mostly streaming Nintendo games and Minecraft, and those are what my audience wants, I guess. But also, I think if I'm trying to build a Splatoon audience, I should be streaming Splatoon more. But also, I don't know. Splatoon is like, sometimes I really want to play it, but recently for like the past few months, like basically ever since a bit before Sizzle season, it's like I don't feel much motivation to play Splatoon because it's not. I briefly mentioned it in passing earlier. I think how Splatoon 3 isn't great, and that's just because. Well, and it's been discussed a lot in the community, so if you're in the community, you probably know all the talking points I'm talking about, but it's still from my personal perspective, so I'm gonna give my take. So it's just not, it's just not good. There's not that many kits. I'm usually kind of a one trick, or not necessarily a one trick, but like, I go in phases of specific weapons. That's how I've always been. Like, Wii U, I played Splash and Carbon Roller for a bit, but I mostly played Splash, I think, and then Carbon Roller. Splatoon 2, I think I continued to play them for a bit, but then I sort of gravitated towards, I think, Splatdualies, but then I went back to Splash. I might have played a bit of Splatish, I'm not sure. Die. Oh no. No, please no. I think I might have, and then in Splatoon 2, I played Splash for a while, but then I kind of tried to switch it up, but I guess Splash, I'm not really a fan of the Splash kits. I like the more, I did play, I think, Splattershot for a while, I think. I'm not exactly sure, because I remember I was choosing between Inkjet and Splashdown. I know Splashdown was awful, but I liked Splashdown. So yeah. I've never really been a meta player. I guess I've just kind of accidentally gravitated towards the meta with like being a Splash player and whatnot. But I'm not. Terraria is having a large update. Cool. I'm not a Terraria. I'm not a Terraria. No, okay, I didn't fall off him, it's fine. Just Splatoon 3, just the updates, they're trying to be good and epic, but they're just not. They're just super underwhelming. And you might say, you yourself argue that game. I know you don't know this because you probably don't know this unless you're like my friend, which is some people, but also I'm not gonna speak like my friends, the only people watching. You might think, I guess, that I personally argue that games should not have to make up for their like bad quality with updates. Like a game should ideally not have to have any updates, and we should not have to expect updates from a game, because that leads to an unhealthy mentality where like we force these developers to like overwork themselves on updates, but also it's this very like consumerism, games as a service, which isn't great because it's awful for preservation and it's just not good, I don't think, in the long run. For like a model for media, like streaming services, bad, because it means as soon as a service becomes bad, you lose access to X TV show that you might want to watch. And I know it's overall probably cheaper if you're watching a lot of shows, but it can also be more expensive if a certain month or something you don't watch any TV shows. So anyway, what I'm saying is we are already very much in a games as a service era, and I know Splatoon isn't really like that because it's a one-off purchase, but it's trying to make up for its flaws, much like Animal Crossing New Horizons, with the promise of updates, which is annoying because the game should drop being a great game and not require any updates to become a great game. And I know you might argue that if a game should still drop as great games ideally, but if they're not, or they're already a great game and you want them to be better, then they should be allowed to have updates, which is... I just got so Mario Karted. I've got so Mario Karted. I literally went from first to fourth. What are you on about? I know, I don't know why I use it so much. The funny box. What am I on about? I'm on about game update cycles, basically. Blah 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 sociology, blah 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 capitalism, blah 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 economy, blah 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 blah. Insert another fancy word here. I just don't like. Well, I do like games having updates, but I'm kind of against it in principle. Not because I don't like games having updates, but because, you know, for example, Animal Crossing New Horizons is a good example of this. Also, this is an epic map. I don't, just aesthetically, it can lead to bad things like Animal Crossing New Horizons, or just generally isolating people who don't want to constantly be connected to the internet and stuff. Like, I'm not saying people should not use the internet, but what I'm saying is it's very internet centric. To even get those in the first place, you need to even get the updates in the first place, you need to be connected to the internet, and not everyone in the world has an internet connection. And I don't know, it just... Mega Dragon, Terraria. No way! Mega Dragon likes Terraria! I would have never guessed. This is a reference to the fact that Mega Dragon does actually like Terraria, and he's been talking about it a lot. Also, I'm going to do a Terraria stream, but I haven't put my stream schedule out, even though I designed it. So, oh no. So sad. Anyway, long story short, or let's actually get back on track, because I've been kind of rambling. My original point was that I don't think Splat Game should have should need an update model. I think it should start off being significantly different. And yeah, it's probably the best game in the series, but it's not by a very large margin. And there's still some things better about Splatoon 1, which is not a good thing. Also, there are personal things, just like not liking the UI, or not liking the slightly different proportions of the inklings, or not liking the ink shaders. But I know that that's obviously going to change during sequels, but it just doesn't feel big enough for a new game. So I've lost my motivation to play the game as much. Like, I still have some skit ideas that I'm sort of trying to finalise, but I don't have that much motivation. I think my next goal as like a YouTuber, it's always been this goal. It has been my goal for like 2 or 3 years, I think, at this point, to make an SMP, but I don't have enough people who realistically fit the criteria. So, oh yeah, I've sent an application to what's it called? I've sent an application to an SMP, and I'm gonna see if I get in. I might not get in, but I will be doing some streams on that and or videos if I can, because now I have a computer that can actually record stuff. I know, a computer that can actually record stuff without instantly running out of space. I know, what a luxury, what a world we live in. But I'm going to try doing that, and then hopefully my main goal is that, yeah, I'll have some fun on the server, but my main goal is to make new connections, do business, and then I can get people on my SMP if they're actually decent people. If they're not actually decent people, then I quit the SMP. Let's go. Well, that's part of the reason. Again, as I said, I do want to have fun on that, but I feel like joining an SMP will be one of the best things. How did I turn that sharply without drifting? That's weird. I fit the criteria for an SMP. Yeah, I know you do fit the criteria for an SMP, but no one else does, except maybe Jake and Galaxy, but you hate them. And if I put them on an SMP, I mean, first of all, they're like, I kind of want to be inviting people that are like older, and also you don't like them, and if I was to invite them instead of you, or if I was to invite them and you, then both of you and them would get annoyed, so ha 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 ha. Terraria update is nothing. I like the UI because it's not simple. I like cool old text, like when all text was 3D and shiny. Oh, so you're saying you don't like simplistic design? You do fit the criteria for an SMP. I know I already commented on that, but I need more than one person for an SMP, or 2 people in the case of Jake and Galaxy, but they don't really care about content creation. I like how I get 1141, which is technically worse than my last one. Oh no. So sad. Does this mean I'm getting worse at Mario Kart? And also, I don't feel like the bike is significantly different from the car. I can't feel it. I genuinely can't. I'm not sure why. I'm sure there is a difference I'd come to learn, but I don't really... If it work, it work. That's my philosophy, you know? I don't really care enough to find the detail if I don't care about the detail, because I'm not a Mario Kart pro. Anyway, it's time to do some other streamy little things. I could play Villager. Wait, what? I'm gonna try and design the worst looking cart known to mankind. Alright, first of all, it's time to do those... This is branded. Is that real? That's a real car brand. What was that thing? Anyway, I'm gonna do big funny wheels. What else can I do? This is a bit questionable. I need to do like a tiny thing, like a bike. I need to put like the bike on top of the absolutely ginormous wheels. Like, it needs to be minuscule. So it needs to look bad. I think I might just do the basic bike because it just looks very sort of clean and simple and small. And that's just on top of these absolutely monstrous, like, funky monster wheels. And they're very big and bright, so yeah. What else can I do to make this look weird? This looks awful, but not like comedy awful. It just looks awful. It needs to be comedy awful, or it could just be awful. But hey, why'd I have like no gliders? I truly have no gliders. I'm gonna wait. Let me check the stats. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna do a Bowser kite because it looks kind of silly and goofy and wacky. This is an eyesore. This is an eyesore car. It's not even a car. I'm going to do some rainbow roading. Let's do this, gamers. Cars. They're very good. Also, I'm surprised that Mario Kart would collab with a real brand. It just feels weird. Like the Splasby Splatfests in Japan, and actually not just in Japan, that collab with other out-of-series properties, and it just feels very immersion breaking. It doesn't feel right. It would feel better in basically any other series, to be honest. But you know, blah blah blah, brand deal, blah blah blah, money, blah blah. Oh, this feels. Why does this feel so unsteady? I think the kit actually makes it significantly different. But you know, I find it kind of difficult to customize the cars because I don't really have a big feel for how the things make it feel different. Like I wish it was just. I think in Mario Kart Wii it was very simple. I think, and you just like selected from a bunch of different car options, and that just I didn't realise that happened. And then it just did the thing for you. That just seemed a lot more convenient and good. So, yeah. Is there someone behind me? What's the button to look behind me? Is it X? This is what I get for trying to play the game. This seems like an interesting Mario Kart. No! No! I was trying to throw the eye. I forgot the button to throw the... Oh, it's the bumpers, not the trigger. That's annoying. I'm never going to use that button again. It was a lot easier on the Wii, I think, because you had the nunchuck, and the Wii U. You had the nunchuck and you just press on the back of the nunchuck and then you would look behind you, and that's a lot easier than having to do whatever I'm doing here. Because, okay, so you're holding A to... have auto accelerate on, but basically you're supposed to hold A the whole time, and then you move your finger to that, and it's emotionally damaging, but it's still just very hard to drive like that. Though I remember as a kid I was kind of morbidly fascinated by the idea of looking behind me while driving, despite road safety, and it was probably a better idea not to do that. I decided to do it anyway because I was this little wacky little guy that doesn't really feel like a thing that fits in with the rest of my lore as a child. Like, I wasn't the kind of person who would randomly do things that were dangerous. I don't know, I just found it kind of quirky and wacky and weird because it was like, whoa, this Mario Kart game from a totally different angle. Now, Mario Kart 4D is coming to Nintendo Switches. Unfortunately, we cannot perceive 4D, but let me tell you, it's definitely there. I was very interested in like different camera angles, and I still am. Like I don't like stuff. Let's go. I don't like stuff being like out of bounds glitches being patched because I like looking at things from different angles. I remember there was this glitch in Pokemon Sword and Shield where you could literally like just float like 20 meters above a city, and you could just walk over the top of the entire city. It was great. Bye, I exist. Goodbye, Mega Dragon. Okay, it's Bone Dry. Did it say Bone Dry Bones or Bone Dry Ruins? Desert? I do not know anything about Mario Kart, so, yeah. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of this kart. I know the game kind of encourages you, or people, I guess, in the community kind of encourage you to not use the basic kart, but honestly, there's definitely gonna be people out in the world who like the basic kart the most. Just like there are people who play Mario in Mario Kart, which is weird to me, because it's anyone's Mario Kart. As anyone's favourite Mario character, Mario. Whose favourite Mario character is Mario? That's deranged behaviour. Why would your favourite character be Mario? He's just some guy. The whole point of him is that he like has no personality. His whole personality is just, Yahoo! I am from Italy! and I eat mushrooms, even though there are mushroom people. And actually, that's kind of disturbing because they're basically exactly like humans, but with a slightly different head shape, which is actually very disturbing. Yahoo! That's Mario's entire personality. So it's anyone's favorite Mario character Mario? Perhaps. I mean, I guess you could say that all the Mario characters are very one-dimensional, which I guess is the case, but like, at least, even though Bowser is literally evil and has done nothing good in his life, at least he has a cool shell. So, literally going into Bowser's mouth. So, like, literally, I can see that people would like Bowser, but I can't see why people would like Mario. It seems kind of weird because at least Mario's like a decent person. But I kind of I don't imagine Mario being a decent person. I imagine him not being a person because he doesn't really feel like a person because he doesn't have a. He's more of an icon of a. He is an icon of a game series, not really a character. Like does Mario have any background? No, he has no lore. He is no man. He doesn't exist. He's a figment of our imagination, just like Mega Dragon is. I forgot to take my medicine because I started seeing Mega Dragon again today. Guys, if you start seeing Mega Dragon, make sure to talk to a doctor because it means you're going insane. That's the Mega Dragon lore. We love to see it. Turn into an elephant. His main character. Yeah, that is also another character trait of his. His character trait is he turn into other thing. And he happy. And it depends if you count as a character trait, but his nationality and his outfit. But that's not really. I don't think a nationality really counts as a character trait. So slurpy wurpy. I really need to drink more. It's very refreshing after talking for 300,000 hours, 43 minutes straight. Although only 41 of those were actually streaming. This is another Bowser one. Did they seriously just put 2 Bowser levels in a row? Well, I was just dissing Mario, so perhaps it's rather fitting that I would be a... No! Perhaps it's rather fitting that I would be a Bowser person. I honestly don't really know. At least I sort of know that Bowser has some kind of personality. Like, he doesn't have much of a personality, but at least you know his personality is like comically evil, he go raw, and at least he has some kind of wants at all. I don't know, I think he just wants like world domination or something like that. I don't know why he likes Peach though, because Peach is a random person, so it's kind of weird. I kind of might think it might be for like political power or something. I don't think it is. It would make sense if it was though, because Peach is like in, I don't know, does Bowser own another kingdom? I'm not sure. But kidnapping Peach would surely give him lots of political power. So perhaps that's what you say it is. I don't think that is what it is though. But anyway, at least he, like the thing is about Mario doesn't want anything. All Mario wants is he want to save Peach. But there's no, that's just wanting Peach not to be kidnapped, which isn't really wanting anything, it's just not wanting the evil character to do evil things. So does that really count as much of a character trait? Because it's not very unique, because I'm pretty sure almost anyone would be like that. I guess his personality trait is that he's brave, but he doesn't really seem brave. And Luigi's supposed to seem cowardly, so it implies that Mario isn't really supposed to seem brave, because Luigi is cowardly and he just acts like what a normal person would act in most scenarios. So, yeah, I don't understand. Mario is just some guy, and whatever perception you have of him, that I can think of at least, he's just some guy. There's always going to be a contradiction unless you just headcanon him as some guy, which I guess is the point. Again, if they put anything remotely, like, interesting into his character, he wouldn't be Mario anymore. Mario's supposed to be fun for everyone, meaning he's fun for no one, or something like that. I don't understand. I don't understand. This is just a Mario dissing stream at this point. First of all, it was a realistic graphics dissing stream, and then it was a Mario dissing stream. And what am I gonna diss next? I'm gonna diss red shells. I'm gonna talk about shells. I'm gonna talk about why they're bad. Okay, so number one. Oh, okay. I am number one though, because I got number one in the race. Ha 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 ha. Number one. Shell. Green shell. Not very good shell. You shot it and it hit someone. But if you don't want to do that, I just usually show it. Is that NASA? Is that Rexa? That's weird. Special Cup. I never pay attention to these things. Rexa, Rainbow Exploration Agency. That's just like what? What's Rainbow? This is raising more Mario lore questions than I expected to have to think about this evening. What is Rainbow Exploration Agency? Why is that a thing? Is that supposed to be NASA? Because it looks like it's supposed to be around with NASA, but NASA doesn't do things to do with rainbows, it's to do with space. Why is there a rainbow in space? I assume this is man-made. Is this supposed to not be man-made? Is this supposed to be naturally generating? Rainbows, canonically, a space? Are they in space canonically? Are rainbows a physical object in the Mario universe? That is a question we need the answer to. That is a top Mario. That is a top Mario, for sure. We need to know this. We must know this top information about Mario World. That's so true. I'm not talking about the Mario theme. Wait, isn't it called Super Nintendo Land, the theme park? Because that's really confusing, considering that they made a game like 10 years before that called Nintendo Land for the Wii U, the Wii us, the Wii me, for the Wii me, because the Nintendo, the land, Nintendo Land is a top game, and I wish they ported it to Switch, but they didn't, probably because you can't do dual screen. But the Switch could have done dual screen, couldn't it? Because it has the Switch screen. They could have made it so it outputted to the monitor at the same time as to the small screen. I mean, maybe that would use a lot of power, but maybe they could have. It's still more powerful than the Wii U, so they could have just exactly ported the Wii. They could have just emulated the Wii U, and then it would have been fine. Probably. I think that's how it works. So can you diss Jake Paul, please? I don't even know how, because I don't actually know that many things about him. He just seems like a mildly annoying person who's not even remotely relevant. I'm dissing Nintendo's business choices. I mean, to be fair, there probably was a reason for that, but it also just seems like a thing. Nintendo apparently spent a lot of effort just to get the 3DS 3D to work, which is a lot of effort for a feature like no one used, but still, it's clear that they're willing to put an effort to do something like that, unless they were just desperate to get away from the Wii U. But I would hope the next console, which I'm probably not going to get for like a few years, maybe like a year, maybe, but perhaps it'll be like 1 or 2 years afterwards. I mean, it depends what games come out. I might not be desperate for so much games I don't like, but I wish that what's I gonna say? Yeah, I wish that. So how it would work is you would have like an output, you have a hole on the Switch dock that you would plug the Switch into, and then it would go out, but the Switch would still show on its own screen, and then you could have a port of Nintendo Land, because one of the main parts of Nintendo Land is that it would use dual screens. I know you could do it using two Switch consoles, that's not the point. You're supposed to have one console. So you'd be able to have one console, and that console would console you with your worries. I don't know where that came from. The gamepad
would become the Switch screen. I just find it very weird that they didn't see that thing, because everyone, I'm sure all the Nintendo fans, compared the gamepad to the Switch in portable mode. You have collected 700 coins. A new vehicle customization option has been unlocked. Thanks, bro. I don't know the Mario Kart unlock system. I definitely have not unlocked everything, because I have like 3 gliders. Or not literally 3 gliders. What even is the point of Nintendo Labo? Honestly. Kids these days. Anyway. Nintendo Land when? I just realised the fact that I was playing Villager might have changed my weight, and that might be made it different. Anyway, needless to say, I do not appreciate this customization. It's probably the wheels. I'm just gonna be normal. I'm just gonna use normal. I guess my favourite wheels. Normal. What a good choice. Super glider, standard bike. Why is this a super glider, not just a... Okay, why is this a standard bike? Why is this a normal? These should be standard wheels, standard bikes, standard glider. Why is that a super glider all of a sudden? Be consistent, Nintendo, or else. Okay. No, go away. Go away. I hate how ugly the DLC levels are. I refuse. No! I refuse. No! 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 I refuse to DLC, Nintendo. You can't convince me. Okay, let's play some Wario Stadium. I also had a criticism, which was the Waluigi's pinball music is just the same as the Wario Stadium one, which I know is accurate to the original versions of the stages, but it's still weird to me, because I'm pretty sure this one was specifically designed to sound Wario Stadium. Hey, we're looping back to the original topic of Waluigi in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Also, I will probably do a Smash stream if I get Smash for my birthday. I might also get Tears of the Kingdom for my birthday, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, that's in 2 days. That is on Wednesday, but I won't be streaming because I'm busy. So yeah. I should have posted the stream. I can post the stream schedule if I have YouTube community post access. I'm not sure if I do, because I remember you had to be 1,000 subs to get it. Then they put it to 500, and now I think anyone can do it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I can post it on YouTube community posts as long as everyone is sure that they can look at it. If you can't look at it, if you're not going to look at it, there's not really any point. Yeah, I haven't posted the schedule, but I do have one. But it's kind of difficult because I both have too many ideas and not enough ideas at the same time. Like, usually my ideas all come in with a wave, and it's like, I have to rework every single thing ever! And then I run out of all my ideas, and I'm just like, I have no ideas anymore! It's over for me and my streaming career, /drawing career, /programming career, /writing career. It's whatever thing I'm doing at that moment. It's over for me and my everything career. So sad, so bad. It makes me so mad and so sad and so not glad, and it's not rad, and it makes me what happened to my voice? It started to sound like I was being auto-tuned. I guess that's how voice breaking sounds sound. It sounds like a really bad auto-tune thing. Oh, hey, I've already given my opinion on realistic looking games, so I may as well give my opinion on pitch correction. My opinion on pitch correction is that I don't care, except for I wouldn't use pitch correction myself, because realistically if I want to be singing, number one, sometimes being slightly off key can sound good. Second of all, it costs money and effort to pitch correction, and I'd rather just spend that effort into getting actually good at singing anyway. I just think it's a better overall decision, because first of all, you can hear how you're singing while you're singing it live, so you don't need to rely on an external program and waste too much of time on that. You can just do the singing and then you done, bro. So that's my thing. Get good at singing before you do pitch correction, unless you actually have to, in which I don't care. Because it's not really cheating. Because I don't care. I don't care if you're in quotes cheating. It's like hacking. I don't care if you're hacking, so it's going to be wacky hacking. If you're gonna hack on an online game, at least do hacking that's wacky. And honestly, I think Splatoon 1 has been kind of famous. Not really famous, but famous, but not really famous, but famous for having a bunch of hackers that just ruin the game with hacking. But you know what I would say? I played that game for 50 hours. I think, no, it might be 41 hours, which isn't that much, but I do have quite some fond memories of it as a young'un. And I remember it wasn't that I found like hackers like once or twice, and I remember they filled the entire stage to their ink color, which was honestly just kind of fun. And I think people should care more about fun than about winning. I mean, some people's definition of fun is winning, so maybe I'm not one to talk, but you know, if it fun, it fun. It yeah. And you know, life philosophy, bro. You know, life philosophy. If you're not having fun, stop doing it. It's all means to an end. If you have a, you know, that's just my entire philosophy. If you don't like it, don't do it. You know, but I was also this is also kind of comes into the annoying bit of people saying if you don't like it, don't play it, which doesn't really make much sense, bro. It doesn't really make much sense because yeah, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna play it. But also, certain games and like stuff become part of a specific culture, and it's not like media doesn't exist in a vacuum. If media has a bad message or whatever, and it ends up actually impacting the way people perceive the world, which it does, by the way, sometimes it's a good thing to criticize it, because it can actually negatively impact people's lives. So yeah, it is actually a thing worth criticizing. So ha 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 and no. Also, this is a very interesting stage. It's actually very small, I feel. Well, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it isn't actually that small. I've just been playing on some long tracks, or my psychology has been weirdly affected. But yeah, I've been playing this game quite absent-mindedly because I've just been talking. But I've still been winning most of the matches. I don't know if the CPU is just really easy, or if I'm just really good. I'm not sure. Who knows? But I remember when I was a kid, I always was absolutely destroyed at this game by my dad. But now I think I almost always beat him when I have played it with him. So you've grown up when you can beat your parents at Mario Kart. That's not really a thing that works considering my generation, because to be fair, most people in my generation did not have parents who are gamers. I don't think most parents nowadays are gamers. So yeah, it doesn't really work, but hey, I guess I've truly grown up now that I can win at Mario Kart. Wow, I have win at Mario Kart against Inkling Girl, Toadette, Dry Browser, Villager, Baby Luigi, Iggy, Inkling Girl, Toadette, Isabelle, Villager, Dry Browser, King Boo, Lakitu, Villager, and Link. I have grown up now. I think this is going to be the last race, because it is almost 9 p.m. and I think like the minimum time for me to stream is going to be an hour, unless I have a really good reason not to do that, because you know, VODs, it give me more VOD, and I guess that's probably a good thing, but also it give me more practice. Just because you don't get any viewers doesn't mean you should stop streaming, because #believe in yourself. And you know, having more time is more valuable, but also sometimes doing like 2-hour long streams, especially if no one's gonna show up, isn't gonna be that fun, especially on a game that I'm not a pro or super like. Die, Inkling Girl. Oh, this isn't what. Yeah, go away, Inkling Girl. Thank you. Gaming. Also, how do you avoid getting slipstream? Like, I understand it's a mechanic. I understand. I think it's probably a good mechanic, but I'm not sure how I'm not sure how how do you avoid it? Because if it's a good mechanic, it has to have some way of being like negated and played around. That's just kind of good game design. So is Inkling Girl? I don't know, it's Inkling Girl in first place. I thought Inkling Girl was in last place, and I was gonna lap Inkling Girl, but no, Inkling Girl is die. Inkling Girl is die. No. Hopefully that works. Maybe I shouldn't have zoomed out like that. It's messing me up. I do like, my favourite thing about this stage though, it's that it goes whenever you go on the xylophone thing, which is a top element. It's an epic element. It's an Epic Games element. Fortnite, is that a Fortnite reference? Is that a Fortnite? No, it's an Epic Games reference. Epic Games, isn't that like the Fortnite company? Well, technically, but also they've done more than that. That's a Fortnite reference, bro. You can't do a Fortnite reference. This isn't a Fortnitely's. Guys, welcome to another episode of Fortnitely's. I'm gonna have to be doing a Fortnite after this race because otherwise that wouldn't be properly the Fortnitely code of conduct. Fortnitely will actually go for every fortnight. I'm not sure how long I'll be doing it for. I'll be doing it for the rest of my life until I die. But I'm gonna do it for at least one more week. I'm probably gonna keep it up. I'm not sure how much I'll be streaming because I feel like I need more days for like doing admin and stuff and like coming up with more ideas and maybe even doing video editing. But I'm not really sure because I have both too much time and too little time at the same time, which is kind of a wacky time. And I time. And now it's time to finish the race. Thank you guys for watching. Boom. Thank you guys for watching. And wait, with the bikes, they hold on to the steering wheels. But they hold on to the why if they're gonna animate it like that with a bike, then why didn't they animate it with the car where they hold on to the steering? The bike that why did the bike you could have just animated them holding onto the steering holding onto the steering wheel with the steering wheel on the steering wheel. They could and with that I've officially ended the stream. Wow, what an interesting way to end a stream.